Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm Dustin, sitting here at Nameco. 2010 baseball, it's here, just around the corner. This is our catcher edition. Let's get right into Tier 1.
Big shocker, Joe Mauer, the number one catcher we got on our board here. But we want to caution you, don't be drafting him too high. Right now he's going on average at pick number 10, which we just feel is a little too high to be taking any catcher. You know, it's the most injury-prone position, and historically get the least amount of bats out of any position. So we don't feel you should be warranted a first-round pick on him. Next we have Victor Martinez, and he's a great example. You can get him about 2 rounds later than Joe Mauer, and you're definitely going to get the same power numbers, and he bats for a decent average.
Alright, let's take a look at Tier 2. We start with Brian McCann. He had a solid year last year, and we expect a lot of the same out of him this year. Going down to number 4, we know we're going to get some flack out of this one, but yes, we did put Miguel Montero in front of Matt Wieters. We love both of these guys' upside, but we just like Montero just a little bit more, but both these guys should have solid seasons. And the last guy in this tier is Russell Martin. Big disappointment last year, but we're hoping for a bounce back, and it is nice when you can get 11 stolen bases out of your catcher.
As we move into Tier 3, we start with Soto, and I know what you're thinking, what a disappointment last season, but you're going to be drafting him because you know what his potential is. At number 8, we have Jorge Posada, Yankees catcher. Obviously, you're going to get RBI and a ton of run opportunities. Next on the list, we have Kurt Suzuki, 74 runs last year. Now, that was third behind Mauer and Victor Martinez. Great value from where you can get him in the draft. Next, we have Mike Napoli. Now, he's tough because he splits time at catcher, but in that split time, he had 20 home runs last year. And at number 11, we have Ryan Doumit. He was a big sleeper going into last season, didn't really pan out. Maybe this is the year that he'll have his breakthrough.
Alright, let's take a look at Tier 4. There's limited upside in this tier, but there are some serviceable catchers for your fantasy team. And we start with Yadier Molina. You know, decent numbers across the board, and he will give you a boost in stolen bases. He had 9 last year. Moving down to 13, we have Michael's favorite, good old trusty AJ Pierzynski. You know, he was only one of 3 catchers to bat 300 or better last year. Just don't expect much in the power department. Number 14, we got Benji Molina. We've seen him ranked ridiculously high this year in some rankings, but with Buster Posey nipping at his heels in the minors, we just can't really see putting too much stock into him this year. And the last guy in this tier is Chris Iannetta. He's going to be battling Miguel Olivo for playing time, so again, we just can't see putting him any higher than 15th.
As we move into Tier 5, we have Kelly Shopat, Carlos Ruiz, and John Baker, respectively. Now, none of these guys should hopefully not even be owned on your team, but they're a last resort. They all showed promise. We just don't know if their at-bats are really going to be there. And last on this list is Buster Posey. He's a rookie. He's going to start the year in the minors, a la Matt Wieters, but you're going to hear a lot of hype about this kid. But what did we learn from last year? If they start in the minors, they're going to be down there a couple months, so do you really want to wait them out?
Alright, so that wraps up our catcher tiers. All of our other tiers and rankings videos will be up on FantasySmackTalk.com. And we also did a cheat sheet for the top 150, which will be downloadable on our website as well. So check out all of our other rankings and videos. I'm Dustin, this is Brent. We'll see you next time.